Hey guys, it's Charlie with Wyoming Militaria coming at you with another video. Got a little bit of information for you guys. We've been doing these on Facebook, but we are now going to be launching on YouTube as well. So anybody that's been watching on Facebook, please like and follow the channel on YouTube as well. Let's help get this thing growing. Lately, I've kind of been on a World War I kick, and with the announcement of my World War I collar disc book, it's definitely, been World War I, World War I, World War I. I wanted to change things up a little bit. I had to dig this out today for some other reasons, and figured this would be a great video to shoot. This here is a model 1860 U.S. cavalry sword, sometimes called the light cav. This particular one was actually my first Civil War sword. This sword was made by Mansfield Lamb in 1864. Mansfield and Lamb was a fairly big manufacturer of swords during the Civil War. I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, they only made these model 1860 cavalry swords, and as I recall, they made 40,000 of them. So just give you a quick look over here of the sword in the scabbard and everything. And I'm going to point out some stuff as we go. Okay. So here, I want to point out some things. If you're new to cav swords, a lot of Civil War swords in general, maybe this will help. I don't know how well this is going to focus, but you can see there, this end here is what's called the pommel. There's a number up there, and then there's a W. Right there's an inspector's mark that would have been stamped on the pommel. This one, you can see, is pretty clean here where the blade goes through the pommel. A lot of times you'll see them banged up and stuff. Sometimes that's a good indicator to tell if your sword's been apart before. Now down here on the drag, it's going to be really hard to see, but there are some inspector initials on this one right there at the end. Those particular initials with this sword, I believe this sword was actually made, or the scabbard was made for a Roby, but it ended up on this Mansfield Lamb. Not an uncommon thing to have happen. Running the length of the sword, this is what they call the lap seam. This particular one was brass brazed together. Sometimes you see lead. Another thing, sometimes you see lead over brass, but this particular one, brass brazed. If I can drop the phone, we'll go ahead and pull her out of the scabbard. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. You think I'd get smart and get like something I could do hands-free with. Right here, the markings are hard to see on this particular sword. See if I can get a better angle for you. If I can play with my light right. So the inspector's pretty well gone. The US, the U's gone, and the 1's gone. You can barely see the 8 and the 64 here on the Ricasso. And this other side, it's got the Mansfield Lamb stamp. Hard to see, but there it is. Now, with the condition of this sword, you can see the age in it, in the blade. More than likely, it was light stamped. So, a couple little things to point out on this while we got her out, just for you newbies. This line right here is what they call a secondary fuller. This is the fuller. What they mean when they talk stopped or unstopped, this comes to a stop right here. This is a stopped fuller. This one has a rounded back on the blade. The 1840 heavy cav or wrist breaker, some people call it a dragoon. Those would be flat. They were a bigger sword. The hilt was bigger. It didn't have a palm swell on the grip. This grip, I believe, looking at it close, because it's pretty worn in places if you examine close, maybe the original grip. However, it may be an old rewrap at some time. I'm kind of torn on that. But it looks nice either way. Covering some basic parts of the scabbard. Up here, we got what's called the throat. Got the suspension rings. Of course, the body. And this thing down here at the bottom is called the drag. So anyways, once again, hope you guys are liking the videos. If you are liking the videos, feel free to please share them. Feel free to like them. And by all means, like and follow our Facebook page. Go ahead and, get on our YouTube channel. Like and follow it as well. But there you have a model 1860 light cavalry sword made by Mansfield Lamb in 1864. Have a great day and God bless.